Hey guys, I'm Kay. This is Ecstatic Self. Today's another video that is inspired by a viewer request. So I had someone on Instagram message me saying, hey Kay, could you do a video on the topic of resiliency? Beautiful topic. So how do we endure all the pangs and strife of living? How do we keep going even though everything can feel really difficult and challenging? Basically, you're asking, can you cultivate grit? Now, what's interesting about grit or resiliency is that it is the biggest indicator of whether or not someone will be successful in life. It's not talent, it's not about wealth, it's not about good looks, it's about how much grit do they have. How willing are they to stay with the suck until things work out? How willing are they to keep trying? Even if they get knocked down, get up again. They get knocked down, they get up again. And it's an incredibly important skill because to succeed in any endeavor means to accept failure. So I think this is probably the biggest first point about resiliency, is that if you want to be somebody who's resilient, if you want to be somebody who has tenacity to just hang in there, develop grit, to really feel like they're succeeding, you have to get comfortable with feeling like a failure regularly. And that's not a narrative we like to say in America. We like to think of success as being the option, and we love celebrating people in America who were successes right out of the gate. 16 and they created this amazing app. 14 and they built this computer in their garage. 21 and they launched this Fortune 500 company. But that's really not how it usually works. These are freaks that do those sort of thing. For normal people, for average people, normal in the best sense, is that you try something, it fails. 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 You try something, and it succeeds. People talk about wanting to be innovative. Innovative. What is being innovative? Brene Brown says it's iteration, failure, iteration, failure, iteration, failure. That's innovation. Trying something and it not working. So you have to get comfortable with the suck. You have to get comfortable with saying, hey, this isn't working. I'm frustrated. I feel like a failure. Lord knows I have spent so much of my life, and I spent so much of my 20s and early 30s feeling like a failure. I remember arriving in New York City from the airport with my husband and sitting on the subway just weeping because I had friends performing on Broadway and feeling like, what the fuck have I done with my life? I'm such a failure. Nothing I've done has worked out. And we were going to go see some of their shows. And can I say that's normal? And actually that's healthy? Because that feeling of failure drives you to want to try something different, try something new. If I had gotten the life I wanted, which was when I was younger, being a movie star, I wouldn't be here today. Well, literally and figuratively, right? I wouldn't be here with you being a life coach and being a tantric yogi and accumulating a lot of life experiences that I then get to help other people with. Instead, I would be kind of trapped into my box of, I need to be a straight heteronormative actor. And I need to get validation from people in a very specific way. I would have been less healthy than I am now, far less healthy. But that failure drove me to say, well, what really matters to me? Does this really matter? What do I want? Let me try something different. Let me try something different. So if you want to be resilient, keep trying. And it may be 30 years of failing. But you know what won't be failing? Is that you'll keep learning. You'll keep growing and you'll discover things about yourself and the way the world works and how you work in the world and what you need, and you'll get better and better and better through failure and iteration and failure and iteration. So I think that is the first big key to unlocking resiliency. The second big key for resiliency is believing in your inherent worth. And yeah, you might think, Kaylin, I've got issues, I'm unlovable, or I'm not beautiful, or I'm not worthy. But the truth is no matter who you are, by the sheer fact you are alive and breathing and have a body, you are worthy of love. You are worthy of acceptance. You are worthy of feeling like you matter and that you have a place on this earth. You need to believe in your inherent worth, not because you're good, not because you're beautiful, not because you're talented, not because you're smart, not because you're hung, not because you're whatever, but you are worthy because you're alive, and you as a human being are entitled to happiness and love and respect. Every living creature is. My dog, sleeping right there, is worthy of it. My neighbor, who I don't even know, Martha, is worthy of it. My roommate, who I'm sometimes frustrated with, worthy of it. My mother and father, who I love and are crazy, are worthy of it. That kid who bullied me in elementary school is worthy of it. You are worthy. And until you can really accept that you are worthy, regardless of what you do or what you achieve, it's going to be a hard road. Because so long as happiness and success are tied to achievement, resiliency will be hard. If you know that no matter what you ever achieve, even if you fucked up for the rest of your life and never did diddly squat, you're still awesome, you're still worthy of love and acceptance, then resiliency can thrive. But so long as happiness and feeling valid is conditional on what you've achieved, resiliency will be out of reach. So those are my 2 thoughts on this, and thank you for requesting it. I think it's a great topic. 1, get used to failure and get used to feeling the suck. 2, know that you are worthy of love and being happy, regardless of whether it ever works out or not, because you are. And I think those are probably 2 of the biggest keys for me for unlocking grit and resiliency. Thank you for the suggestion. If you have any suggestions for a future video, please shoot me an email, leave a comment. I would love to respond to things people are curious about. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe and share it with somebody else, because that would be great. I am Kay. This is Ecstatic Self. I've got a book coming out in November. Please check it out on Amazon, Journey to the Ecstatic Self. Talk to you soon.